This joins us. We're sorry for all of the losses and the heartache that your constituents are feeling. The New York Times reports that staffing was not normal at Reagan Airport Tower, that the report reviewed by the New York Times said that one controller was communicating with both helicopters and planes, and those jobs are typically assigned to two people, not one. Do you have any thoughts or more information about that?
Yeah, Dana, what will I do? I think, first of all, just again, to echo condolences to all my family members, and just to know that we're with you, that we're going to get through this together. But you're absolutely right. This is a problem. Typically, there's one person monitoring the helicopters and one person monitoring the commercial jets. But I think this goes way beyond that. There's a ceiling for all helicopters at 200 feet. So why was that particular helicopter above 200 feet? Why didn't air traffic control pick that up? Why are we allowing these type of helicopters into the busiest airport runway in the nation? It just makes no sense to any type of Americans. It's a common sense issue. I'm calling on the military to stop. I don't want your helicopters where my people are landing. I think it's that simple. And then we need to talk about transponders. Why are we letting military aircraft into this airspace without transponders that communicate with commercial jets? If they don't want to use transponders, then stay out of this busy airspace. I think there's a confluence of problems. Lastly, I appreciate President Trump's just radical transparency and taking accountability here.
Well, 12 years ago, a pilot wrote, "I cannot imagine what business is so pressing that these helicopters are allowed to cross the path of airliners carrying hundreds of people." So, I mean, that's right to your point there, Senator. Here is Jackie Heinrich in the briefing room with President Trump.
Mr. President, you said that incompetence may have played a role. Are you aware of any performance issues or disciplinary actions that were taken against anyone who was working the tower last night or flying the plane?
No, and I hope that's not the case in this case, but certainly over the years it's been the case. And it's the case with respect to close calls, and it's the case with respect to circling for hours on end. We need the smartest people. We need both psychologically smart and just brilliant, period.
I take that back. Later in the day, that was Oval Office. My apologies. What do you make of that comment, Senator? What should we take from it?
Yeah, I think that all of us want people with the highest training and abilities to do these really tough jobs. I want my pilot to be the best pilot. I want their position based upon their merit, based upon their mental capacity. I've sat there in some of these air traffic control places, and I think it was a tougher job. I'm a physician. I think their job was harder than me, moment after moment, hour after hour. It takes a very special person to do these jobs. I would add, the president hired, I believe, over 100 of these air traffic controllers last week, realizing that there's a problem, and I appreciate him, raising the bar for what we expect there out of these air traffic controllers.
What do you hear from people back home? How are they coping?
Yeah, this is, I think, still just in shock. Again, I'm a physician. This is typically anger and denial happening right now. I think we're circling the wagons. We've been through this before. Kansas has. 1955, we lost 75 people to a tornado. 1970, Wichita State football team had a horrific crash, claimed the lives of 31 young people as well. So we're circling the wagons. This is a time for faith. Our hearts are broken, but they're broken together. I know this community of Wichita. I spoke to Mayor Wu this morning, and she's bringing this community together. And we're just all on our knees today, humbled, just so humbled and grateful for the life and the country God has given us. But we also understand that I don't think this accident should have happened. I think it could have been prevented.
Senator, thank you for your time and very kind words about the folks back home in Wichita.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Roger Marshall on the Hill. Thanks.